Coming up on Point News, the New Hampshire primaries were this week, and the results have political pundits talking. Point News speaks with an expert right here on campus.
Feeling hungry? Find out which local pizza place won the heart of Point Park students.
And the cold weather has been a hot topic all week. Will it continue into the weekend? All of this and more on Point News. We start now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Good afternoon, I'm Joseph Hall.
And I'm Jacob Como. Point Park's Black Student Union made an important announcement earlier this week.
The group has helped to designate Martin Luther King Day as an official school holiday. Point News reporter Tyler Polk is here now with what that means for you. Tyler?
This group has
the
just
Black
made
Student
a big
Union
change to your school schedule.
The Black Student Union has been collecting signatures for this, and the school agreed that next year no classes will be held on MLK Day.
Martin Luther King Day designated as a school holiday next year.
You know, MLK Day is more than just about having a day off. It's about celebrating a man who dedicated his whole life to creating opportunities that we have today as students.
I'm all for it. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most important people in American history, and I think his day, we should have off just to observe it and reflect on the changes that have come from it and where we need to go to keep moving forward from where he left off.
I think it should be done because he spent all this time trying to have rights for African Americans. So I think it's only, kind of respectful to have that day off.
Point Park's Black Student Union wants to talk about African American culture all year, especially during this Black History Month.
When it comes to Black History Month, we want to really focus on Black excellence, and so we want to reflect on Black role models, being Black in college, Black issues that are going on right now, anything prevalent to society.
Love Black History Month is, I think, same thing with MLK. I think it's so important to learn about our culture because America is a great big melting pot.
The Black Student Union first started in 1967 at Point Park and has come a long way since then. Members meet once a week.
Start off with an icebreaker to get the members in, and then we have panel discussions, and so far we've had discussions based on hashtags. We also have our open mic nights where people can be self-expressive about what they want to do.
They are holding chats every Friday for the rest of February, including a poetry session on the 18th and an open mic night on the 24th. Reporting for Point News, I'm Tyler Polk.
The New Hampshire primary took place on Tuesday. With Bernie Sanders winning on the Democratic side and Donald Trump winning on the Republican side, the message from voters was that they're tired of the establishment. Point News reporter Red Watson has the details. As the 2016 presidential election draws, what do you want me to do?
Tuesday was Safer Internet Day, and Gmail users celebrated. Google introduced new tools to improve online safety. Users will now receive notifications when they send emails to services that don't use encryption, a process which lowers the possibility of a third-party interference. Google will also warn users when an email cannot be authenticated. Senders who are not authenticated will be identified with a question mark as their profile picture.
Police are investigating several reports of indecent and sexual assaults that occurred in Oakland. Areas under investigation include Marin Avenue at Fresco Way, Senate Street at Oakland Avenue, St. James Place, and the 3400 block of Fifth Avenue. Point Park police are advising students to never walk alone after dark and to always stay alert of their surroundings. Students who need further assistance can call Point Park Police at 412-392-3960. A lot of people who live downtown will have to find a new place to buy groceries. Marty's Market closed last month without warning. The owners of Marty's Market located on the corner of Smallman and 23rd in the Strip District, announced over its Facebook page that they've decided to close. The grocer opened 3.5 years ago and was a staple of the Strip community and local sustainable food. There was no other warning that the store would be closing. Point Park News talked with local residents to see how it will be affecting them.
We live in the Strip, so it was very easy to get some goods like baked goods, baking soda, milk, things that you can't get normally in the Strip without the specialty stores. And now that that's closed, the closest place we have is Shadyside or Bloomfield. There's nothing downtown, so shopping for just basic items of a normal supermarket, not that Marty's had everything, is more difficult now.
With the 10,000 square foot location. Valentine's Day is this weekend, so are we going to be snowed in? We have the forecast for your festivities.
We all love pizza, but where can you find the best slice? Find out after the break.
We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park...
What's your favorite pizza so far?
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
A Pizza Palooza filled the Lawrence Hall Ballroom last week as restaurants from all over the city competed for the best pie in town. Point Park students flooded the event, lining up and getting free samples of all the pizza and breadsticks from restaurants like Genoa's, R&B's, Pizza Fiesta, Nippers, and more. And although Pizza Fiesta won the majority of student votes, the opinions were scattered.
Genoa's.
Genoa's.
Genoa. So far it's been Genoa. Also, they tend to have the best breadstick. I've gone through 3 different pizzas right now.
I don't know. I didn't try them all. This one, whatever this is, the first one.
The pizza was so popular that many vendors ran out of slices due to high demand. Some students are now speculating that Pizza Palooza could become a yearly event.
It was certainly not a typical party at Point Park, but organizers say it was all about diversity. The feathers, the sequins, and the fun was all part of the Point Park's first inaugural drag queen show. The Campus Activities Board sponsored it in the Lawrence Hall, ballroom. It showcased drag queens from the Pittsburgh area, including Point Park alum headliner Bambi Dearest.
This is an awesome event that they're putting on, and it's exciting to see someone who went here and, is following their dream and what they want to do.
A lot of times we don't think of diversity in events, but this one is a really good one to show that there are different types of people all around the world, but especially on our campus.
The Campus Activities Board hopes to celebrate our university's diversity by making the drag show a yearly tradition. And the Strip District host a big music festival. See how it brought the city together.
Plus, a temporary new way to shop in downtown Pittsburgh. How Fifth Avenue Place is hoping to improve shopping in the city.
Here at the Pioneer Sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I got a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the
Can you
questions?
just, like,
It's always a
answer me
question.
look.
It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine.
Blaine.
Blaine. Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Do you have school spirit? Come and celebrate I Heart Point Park Day. The event gives students a chance to thank alumni and show your university pride. You can also enjoy a hot chocolate bar, cookies, and a photo booth. The festivities will continue until 4 p.m. today in the Lawrence Hall lobby.
It's getting harder to find a place to shop downtown since Macy's closed. And this helped. But it was only temporary. The winter sidewalk sale was held from January 20th to the 22nd here at Fifth Avenue Place. Vendors on the first 2 floors of the building offered sales with up to 50% off.
Sidewalk sales great for business. Sometimes, customers save their money just for sidewalk sales. So they get money for Christmas, and they spend it in January. So the sidewalk sale is great for that.
There was also another incentive to come and shop at the sale. The first 100 people to spend $25 at the sale each day received a coupon for a free lunch.
And music filled the Strip District again this year, and it was even bigger and better. More than 125 artists packed restaurants and bars for the second Strip District Music Festival. The January event gave local musical and comedy acts the opportunity to perform in front of brand new audiences.
Promotion is kind of difficult because I'm in my bedroom making the music all day long, so it's hard to kind of go out and really convince people that I'm actually doing some cool stuff.
The event was popular with students and young adults across the area. 23 venues throughout the Strip District participated. The event is put on every year by Dresky Entertainment to support local artists through donations.
Point Park's Tabletop Tirade and Anime Club came together for a 24-hour marathon for gaming charity. Last week, students gathered on the 4th floor of Lawrence Hall for Extra Life, a nationwide charity event where gamers come together and play games for 24 hours straight. The event raises money for local children's hospitals through donations. The 2 clubs in charge of the event at Point Park participate every year and raised more than $200 last year.
What you do in that time is you raise money to send to Extra Life, who is an actual fundraising group who then takes the money and it will get dispersed through the Children's Miracle Network.
Tabletop Tirade President Shay Wofford also says that he plans for the club to participate in the fundraising event every semester in the future.
Get ready for a cold, wintry weekend. While the region has already experienced its first winter storm, the story this week has to do with temperatures and wind chill. We spoke with Pittsburgh resident Aaron Myler, who says he said he's had it with winter.
Well, it's going to be really cold out this weekend. As you can see, high today only going to be 21 degrees, 9 degrees for the low overnight, and precipitation chance of 20 degrees. Moving forward into your Valentine's Day weekend, if you have a significant other, you're going to want to hold them tight this weekend. High going to be 28 on Friday, 7 degrees the low. Precipitation chance for some snow on Friday evening. Then on Saturday, going to be a high of 9 degrees, low of -1. Going to be bitter cold out there, so if you have to go anywhere, be sure to take your time. The roads might be a little bit slippery. Low for Sunday, going to be 13 degrees. Cloud cover moving in, but other than that, it's just going to be bitter cold for your weekend outlook. We now move to Jacqueline Roberts, who has sports.
Thanks, Red. The Pittsburgh Penguins faced the New York Rangers last night. The Pens lost 3-0. They will head to Raleigh, North Carolina tomorrow to face Hurricanes. The game will start at 7 p.m. Will the Pens have better luck this time? You can catch the game on Root Sports. You're going to start seeing more of the Point Park University Rugby Club. The group is working to increase awareness and support around campus. Part of the reason for this is starting this fall, the club will officially be a school charter organization, which means it will get financial backing from the university for the first time in club history. The money will pay for a coach and go toward a practice facility, transportation, and other club expenses. Club president Kyle Wardren thinks it'll have a significant impact on the club's younger members.
For the younger guys, it means that it's going to become like a more official club, more scholarship opportunities, because there are none at the moment. A future coach, hopefully by the end of the year maybe.
Wardren also says this will help the rugby club increase in size and ability. In just over 5 years, the club has grown from a grassroots 10-members club to more than 30 full-time members. Be sure to watch for the Point Park Men's Rugby Club as they begin their spring season in March. The Point Park men's basketball team won a home game at Rio Grande University this week. Guard Jeremy Williams made 2 3-point shots in a span of 57 seconds. The win improved their conference record to 6-7. The Pioneers are now preparing for a road game against Indiana University Southeast on February 19th. The women's basketball team wasn't so lucky. The women lost to Rio Grande Saturday. They were down 12 points with less than 4 minutes remaining in the game. The Pioneers are now hoping to redeem themselves when they play against Midway University at home today.
And that does it for this week's Point News. Be sure to join us next Thursday live at 2 p.m.
Have a great week, everybody.